Aloha Ohana. I feel inspired to talk about what's on my heart. I just made a little post and it said, no more compromise. Find creative solutions for alternative contributions. And I just wanted to expand on that because it feels very alive for me right now. There's this energetic frequency that I've been tuning into and tracking and tracing, and it's rising at first in a really subtle way, and then sometimes in a not so subtle way, and can get fiery, if I'm not fully tuned into the more watery ways that it wants to come through. And this is the divine feminine. She comes in and she says, hey, she's whispering, hey, are you listening to me? I have something I want to communicate with you. Are you tuned in? This is a message from your soul. And she says, I don't want to be compromised anymore. I don't want to do things I don't want to do. I don't want to force myself to show up for things that are not lighting me up in my highest inspirations of sovereignty and creative joy and bliss. Why are we doing anything other than that? In her perspective, there's no other reality than that affirmation with the soul. The willpower of my solar plexus and my ability to choose, my yes, my internal fire, and then the watery nature of the heart. They want to come together and make alchemy. And there's no time-based reality. The time is created with the mind. Here in the primal body, the time-based reality doesn't exist. So, to the degree that we are following our truth or not following our truth is going to be reflected in how we feel about what we're choosing to do. And gosh, today it showed up for me. I work in the bamboo nursery here on the farm. I have an agreement. I have a commitment to a certain kind of way of showing up. And my divine feminine said, I don't want to. I don't want to. And it wasn't new. It didn't come from a place of, oh, this is a surprise. No, I've been feeling her and tuning into her for the last few weeks, and I've been negotiating with her, like, hey, we have a commitment. Let's wait until we're here at least a year on the farm before we try to instate a renegotiation, because that might rock the boat too much. And today she was like, I don't care about rocking the fucking boat. I need to speak up for myself right now, and I don't want to do this. And it came into my somatic experience and into my emotional body so strong. It was like my soul was resonating at such a frequency, and it was like loud, not like a scream from a place of pain or resistance or anger or any sort of attachment, but from a place of, hey, are you listening to me? Because I'm pretty sure, like, we're functioning in this body together, as a harmonious union of masculine and feminine, and we're a system here, and we're, collaborating in this internal realm to create the full embodiment of what is Rua and who Rua is and how she shows up. And my feminine is just like, you're not fucking listening to what I'm saying. I've been trying to tell you this for a few weeks now, and maybe I wasn't very clear. And it came through so clear and strong and fierce. I just couldn't finish my workday. I realized in order to do so would be to be forcing myself to do something that I don't want to do. And so now, some uncomfortable conversations get to be made, get to be had, and I am going to show up for that. But what feels potent is that I know how difficult it is to not speak up for what we need or want because we are anticipating that it won't be received or afraid that it's going to be just immediately shot down and rejected. And so, in that, it's a condition, we're conditioned to comply with the current structures and status quo of what's expected of us. That's why people work jobs for years and years that they don't want to work because they're just not aware of what else is possible. But see, what happens is, as soon as we step into, okay, this isn't it, this isn't the resonant frequency of what aligns with my heart as a fuck yes. So I wonder what is, and what I immediately did was I came home. I had saved some of my blood from my moon time because I pray with it and I make offerings. And so I was just on the Big Island for a retreat over the weekend, and I was offering prayers, to Mauna Kea and to that island, and really praying for the weaving of the islands and, creation of new earth and coming together as community. And then I saved some of the blood to come home and pray with here. And I knew exactly what to pray for after I got this guidance that just dropped in so clearly today. I was like, okay. Yes. Show me, universe. Show me what else is possible that I have yet to see that is going to bring me into the highest alignment of my soul. And my mind may not be able to conjure it or may not be able to see the possibilities that are attempting to reveal themselves to me from this place of dissonance, internal dissonance, wanting to show me that I'm just not quite attuned to the highest alignment of my potential and my desire and my pleasure and my resonance. So there's this really beautiful rock on the land here. It's big. I actually got to uncover it a few weeks ago. It's bigger than I imagined. I've only uncovered a small fraction of it, and the rest of her is underground like a giant glacier with just a piece above the water of the ocean, revealing itself, and then underneath is just this grandiose thing. So anyway, it's a bedrock, it's giant, it could be the entire mountain for all I know. But I uncovered a small part of the surface of this rock. And it's a very intricate shaped rock, and there's this one part of the rock that's like a little cup, like a little crevice, and I offer my blood there and I pray. So I was just praying there and offering herbs and plants and feelings, invocations, asking to be shown. Okay, I'm ready. I've reached my saturation point. I'm ready to show up for whatever responsibility wants me to step into my greater form of service and leadership that is not what I've currently been doing, which is obviously the more comfortable path of least resistance. But something else is wanting to be invoked in me, and this is motivating and catalyzing me. This is where this passion is coming from of something is about to change. And check out what tarot card I just drew. It's backwards, but Wheel of Fortune. So this card is so potent because it's just like the Wheel of Fortune is turning, and the description talks about, the rising and the falling of karma and happenstance, and the way that we choose. Not only do we choose what games we participate in, but we are we're creating the rules. And there's this concept and this illusion that there's an external reality that we're either abiding or not abiding by. But in fact, we are sovereign beings, and we are co-creators of everything that we see externally. It's just a reflection of the internal sphere. So how am I not fully in my power, and how am I being invoked more into my power through this experience? So, yet to be determined, I offered it up, and that's all I can do, offer it up, pray for the highest alignment, and then just let it go and release that attachment to a particular outcome. But the most important part is that I speak my truth and I stay within the resonant frequency of what's real and true for me. So I wanted to share that because I want to invite all of you into your truth, speaking your truth for the things that you believe in, and not for the things that you don't. there's no reason to give our energy to things that are not empowering and inspiring to us. And I know it's hard. It's real intimidating to just like, oh, do I really want to push up against that wall right now? It feels kind of solid. Is it me against the world? Because I don't know. I get it. It's difficult. It's an initiation, really, is what it is. And we don't have to say yes to it, but this is an invitation to lean deeper into what is wanting to be revealed to me, to us collectively, but individually, first of all. What is wanting to be revealed that I have had yet to show up for and to lean into? How can I invoke my confidence and my embodiment of my true self and my highest state of being into this reality and into this realm right now? How can I show up for myself and the way that I want to be nurtured and the kind of life that I want to lead? How have I been compromising myself, and what can I do to change that? What am I willing to do to show up for myself more fully? That's the invitation. I want to hear about it, what comes up for you, because this is potent magic right here. So, yeah, let it germinate, plant the seeds, water those seeds, and see what sprouts. What do you want to grow in that garden? Because this is really what it's about. I see you, I feel you, I acknowledge you, and I invite you into your highest potential.